25 to 30 minutes for this to, perfect, perfect, perfect. You're gonna, okay, it's going into the oven at 350. You can eat these by the dozen. Good. Our muffins have just come out of the oven and they look great. You can see the little pieces of cheese poking out at the top. They've got a nice top on them. And we're just going to let them sit there for a few minutes while we wait for the rest of the dinner to get ready. And I want to tell you about this peanut. This looks like a lot of peanut butter. It is, really. That's 2 cups of peanut butter. This is the easiest peanut butter cookie recipe you will ever find, and it is the best. You can make it, I'm doubling it today, but I'm going to tell you that you can make this recipe in the time it takes you, you know, a commercial comes on TV, run in the kitchen, you can make this recipe. You don't need any flour, of course, because we're doing gluten-free. We don't have salt, we don't have leavening, we don't have anything else in here except peanut butter, sugar, and eggs. That's all it is. 1 cup sugar, 1 cup peanut butter, 1 egg. We're doubling this recipe today because we like it so much, and if we don't cook all of them, we can keep the dough in the refrigerator and just have it whenever you have a craving for cookies, which we have a lot. Now, I also like chocolate a lot, and so this recipe is really good with chocolate chips, and these are mini chocolate chips, and I'm just going to add, I'll just have to see, that looks pretty good. That only looks like maybe a half a cup there, but that's our peanut butter. I'm going to add 2, since I'm doubling this, 2 cups of sugar. If I don't use reduced fat peanut butter, just because that's what we're used to around here, but you can use any kind of peanut butter that you want. It may affect a little bit how the cookies come out. You might have a more peanut butter taste. This is making a lot. It's making more than I thought, but it'll be really good. All right, remember, 1 cup peanut butter, 1 cup sugar, 1 egg. So we're doubling the recipe, and I guarantee that you are going to like these cookies. And I'm going to add a few more chocolate chips. What the heck? These are minis. Good. So, but I'm going to go ahead and dish them out on my pan. I have a cookie sheet here with a piece of parchment paper. Now, you could just grease your pan, and that would work too. But you have to keep a close watch on these cookies to make sure that they don't burn and they don't overcook. And so that's one reason why I use the parchment paper. You can eat these by the dozen. Good. Okay, so now these cookies, my first batch, are done. They've cooked about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. That's not very long, but you can see that they're beginning to get a little bit brown around the edges, and I just want to be careful that I don't cook them too much, whoops, because then they do get too crispy, and I don't want that to happen. But perfect, perfect, perfect. You're going to like these. See, they do stick a tiny bit, and that one, and they're going to be soft. I mean, if you tried to pick one up now, it would fall apart. So give it a few minutes to cool, and it'll harden a tiny bit, crisp up. It's still got quite a bit of liquid in there that worries me a little bit, because I'm not sure how the gluten-free flour is working to hold this whole thing together, and if I added enough. But it's looking pretty good. I think it's going to be edible. I don't think we're going to have a problem at all with anyone not wanting that. It looked at first as though I had put in too much milk, or the half and half. And even when I took it out of the oven, it's still, the the milk, when I tilted it, you could still see it along the top of the casserole. But taking it out of the oven, I put a piece of aluminum foil on the top and let it sit for about 15 minutes. It looks as though all of the noodles absorbed that liquid, and as you can see now, it looks just beautiful, and it will reheat wonderfully too. Our vegetable tonight is Swiss chard, which is really good for you. It doesn't have a great reputation with family, but this is going to be good because I'm going to cut it up and take off some of the stalk, but leave some because that does taste good, and saute it in some really nice olive oil and garlic, and then I'm going to top it off with a little salt and lemon. And I think that people who haven't tried Swiss chard will like it this way. So first I'm just going to cut it up. I'm not going to take all of the stalk, but I'm going to leave some of it. And just go ahead and cut it up. And it's a nice tender green and beautiful color. And I'm going to add my garlic here. I think this may be warm enough. This is just a little, little rock. I don't want it to get too brown because I am going to be stirring in the Swiss chard and it tends to brown up on me. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. The rest that doesn't get used is going to go in the compost pile. And kind of get it to the point. That's why I didn't want to put in too many stalks, as the stalks are a little bit tougher and take a little bit longer to cook. But really all I want is for the greens to wilt a little bit. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of salt. I'm not going to add any pepper to this because Swiss chard to me has kind of a little bit of a peppery taste. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice now. Nice. And go ahead and let that cook a little bit. And when that's done, we'll be ready to plate up our dinner. All right, here is our gluten-free Wednesday. We've got macaroni and cheese cooked the old-fashioned way, Swiss chard with lemon juice and roasted garlic, and some muffins made with, again, gluten-free flour and a little bit of cheese on there too to make a nice cheese dinner. All right, enjoy.
I will. Oh my.
I know. For dessert, we have some fresh orange sorbet that I made earlier this afternoon, and the peanut butter cookies that you saw us make just a little while ago. I hope you enjoyed tonight's dinner on Gluten-Free Wednesday. We had macaroni and cheese made with wonderful rice noodles. The macaroni and cheese was excellent. Then we had Swiss chard with a little lemon juice and garlic. Pamela's muffins made with a little extra cheese. For dessert, it was the best part of the meal to me, was peanut butter cookies with mini chocolate chips. This is the recipe that you will remember and use over and over again and wow your friends. I added a little bit of orange sorbet that I had made earlier in the day to top it off and make a special dessert. But perfect, perfect, perfect. You're going to wait 25 to 30 minutes for this to fine.